single, like, okay, number one, if you're a single parent, or if you're a parent, do not underestimate the power of sports for a kid. Because I was the same shit. My mom put me in soccer. I know, man. She put me in soccer. But I played that.
I can tell by your arms you play soccer.
But I played that for 15 years. And a lot of the coaches that I had were like father figures for me. I was able to be around a lot of other younger men, other boys. And that's one thing. That's one reason that like helped me keep my physicality in my adult years, right? So that sports are fucking powerful. Like parents, put your kids in a sport. 100%. Even if they don't want to. Because I think when I started soccer, I didn't want to play soccer, but she just made me.
It's good for you.
She made me.
Yeah, a kid doesn't know. Kids don't know like what's good for them, so they're going to complain. They're going to complain, but when there'll be an age where they won't complain and they'll be like, they'll be grateful. You know, if they're 15, 16, they start getting good at that sport because they've already been playing it for a little bit. They'll be grateful.
Right. Yeah. I think every life lesson like now don't even add up to the life lessons I've had in football. It made life so much easier. Like it's just crazy. Like this is everything we learned on the field, all the moments, everything. Like it's just like life is just like so much more like easier. How to control, how to react to certain people. Yeah. It just gave you that, and how to like the community base and like how the team can work together to push forward.
Sports teaches you a lot of great things. Yeah. I mean, I think just a lesson of like, shit ain't always going to work out for you. Even when you do think you do the best job and you do the things that are in your best interest and you follow what the coach says and you try to buy into all these things, your team still loses. You still might not get that scholarship. You still might not beat that other guy because that other guy from the other schools might be faster. He might be better. He might be whatever. Right. And eventually you'll have to stop playing. Like even if you make it to the pros, like then what? Yeah. You know, there's always like the end, then what? It's like, okay, you wanted to get a scholarship. It's like, well, you got a scholarship, and then are you going to be able to play at the college level? And then you're able to play at the college level, and it's like you wanted to make a pro team. Then maybe you are blessed,
and
you know.
The percentage gets smaller too. Like my story, like I grew up in Albany. Is like New York is not a big football state. So like when I got to my like coaches seeing me performing well, but they wanted me to perform well against 4-star, 5-star. So I went to North Carolina, Matthews when my turn was 18. My mom sent me down there because they wanted to see if I could perform against caliber athletes that grew up and bred the sport. And I mean, obviously I passed that test because I showed up and I already knew what I had to do to make it happen. And, you know, it made me an opportunity to get a full scholarship to play ball. And it's just like I tell kids, like, the percentage gets smaller. You're always gonna have somebody out there better than you. But what's gonna make you different than the other kid?
Yeah, I think in high school on the East Coast, from what I remember, like New York doesn't even have that same system, right? Like as you go down south, right, you get to the Carolinas and you get to like Florida and stuff like that. That's where they have that kind of system.
Yeah, you can't make state like a lot of them upstate are like they just not existing no more because it's not getting funded. So, but this down south is more the like 1 year football education. That's it.
Yeah, those football teams down there, they're like, it's like people will go, like they'll specifically go to some of these schools because they know they're going to be on like a good football team. And in New York, it's just like, oh, I'm just in this school district. And then you drive 45 minutes to a school to, you hop on a bus every day and, right? Get your ass hauled off to school. It's different. Like the whole town is not set up for football. But as soon as you go south,
different,
especially like in Texas and stuff like that, then that's where like high school football is a huge deal, and people strategically like will live in certain areas to make sure their kid goes to the best school because then you can get recruited easy. But if you're in New York, it's actually really rare for someone to get picked up for a scholarship because they're like, there's just not great football in New York.
Talent. Like when we went to that prep school, every running back was a Division I running back. It was like, who's going to be the best Division I running back? Who's going to be healthy throughout the whole season? And now that's what it came down to.
It's like, you scored 40 touchdowns, but so did everybody else.
Yeah, somebody else, like from a different state. You know, their talent might be better than yours, but can you start over them in the game? And that's how it was. Like whoever performed, like you get 5. I get 5 carries this game. Who's going to do the most with that 5 carries?
Power Project family, how's it going? Now, we've partnered with an amazing brand, Bubs Naturals. We actually have some of the products on the table. Their MCT oil powder, their collagen protein, and this this They're apple cider vinegar gummies, okay? One thing I want to let you guys know real quick is that the Bubs products, number one, they mix super well. So I've had different MCT oils, and I've talked to people who've used MCT oil and mentioned to the coffee, and it doesn't mix well. Well, their MCT oil is amazing on coffee in the morning just on its own, but their collagen protein, and collagen is great for joint health, hair, skin, nails, all that stuff, that also mixes just so well into coffee and everything. That's one of the crazy things. But secondly, these freaking apple cider vinegar gummies, I don't ever supplement apple cider vinegar, but they put them in gummies, which is great. 2 per serving. We have literally eaten one of these full things. Andrew and I have split this. And Mark has to be so careful. Like, we give him 2 and we take it away because it tastes so good, but it's actually really good for you. So Andrew, tell them how to get it.
Yes, guys, seriously, have just the recommended dosage. Just have 2 of those gummies. Don't have 2 full bottles the way we do. Head over to bubsnaturals.com and at checkout, enter promo code PowerProject to save 20% off your entire order. And what's really cool about Bubs Naturals is they actually donate 10% of all their profits to various charities, starting with the Glenn Doherty Memorial Foundation. Again, bubsnaturals.com, promo code PowerProject to save 20% off. Links to them down in the description, as well as the podcast show notes. I wanted to go back real quick because when you're talking about like you were surrounded by nothing but D1 running backs, and Mark was like, well, you scored 40, well, so did everybody else, who cares? Not all of them made it, right? Like when they faced that adversity, some folded and some didn't. This is actually for you and Mark. I guess Nsima, yeah, you too. You're fucking crushing it too. But why do you guys think that, like, when some people face that adversity, they fold, and others can, like you did, you can look at that and be like, yeah, that's where I want to come back even stronger?
I think the experience, like the experience that all the traumatized I had in life, and I didn't want to let nobody down. So I think everything through the moments never to get into that position didn't let me be the coward in that position. I just, like, everything I experienced in life just built me up to not let me fall through the cracks of being average.
Yeah. I'm just going to echo the same thing. I think it's a repetition thing. Like, it started with you in sports when you were young, and you're used to going through that adversity. You're used to challenges. So now as an adult, like, you don't look at challenges afraid of it. You're more like inspired, and it pumps you up to try to fucking go at it.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. Like, if you just don't let go and you just keep going, like, eventually you'll catch people. So with lifting wise, I just, I was in a certain position. Other people were ahead of me. And I was just like, I'm 100 pounds away from that guy right now. And then I'm 90, and then I'm 80, and then I'm 70, and I'm 60. Yeah. And, like, the guy doesn't even know it, But here I am, like, so pumped. I'm like, I'm 60 pounds away from beating this guy in a squat. Jeez. And I fucking kill him on the bench press. And all I have to do is, like, kind of halfway hang with him on the deadlift, and, like, I got it. You know what I mean? So it was just a matter of, being relentless and trying to stick with it. I was just telling Kenny, one of our guys, he actually works in the warehouse here, is a bodybuilder. And this kid has always been in really good shape. He's getting prepped for a bodybuilding show. I think he's like 7 or 8 weeks out right now.
Is that the 21-year-old kid? Yeah, I met him. Yeah, he's awesome.
He was training some legs yesterday, and he's got the veins coming out and shit. And, like, he just looks insane. And he, like, flexes his legs, and he has, like, striations, and you got striations that early. He still has 7 more weeks to prep. He's going to get so shredded. I just encouraged him. I only did one bodybuilding show, and Nsima's got more experience and has done more. But what you'll see in that sport is a lot of guys don't push all the way through to the finish. Push. When somebody gets to, I think David Goggins talks about this. Sometimes people put in like 50, 60%. They like that, which is good. Like, that's a fucking good effort. Right. But man, if you can put in like that extra 30 or 40 at the end where most people give up, you're going to feel so good about yourself. Never mind what the result is. Never mind if you win or whatever. That's almost secondary. It's the fact that you feel like you put everything on the line, and you'll feel so good. So I was sharing that with him yesterday. I'm like, a couple weeks from now, you're going to start to feel tired. You're going to start to drag because you don't have the calories anymore. And you're going to look lean. You're going to look crazy, and you're going to look better than you ever have before. but you could still look better. You can still push forward more. So when you get down to the end, just remember the other guys, they probably aren't going to push all the way through. So fucking push all the way through. Go all the way through these next 7 weeks. Just, do everything that you're supposed to do, because at the end, when you're on stage, he's going to be completely peeled. And most of the people, they don't take their time with getting lean enough, which is weird because it's bodybuilding. That's the game, right? Is to get lean. But man, if you lean into getting shredded, that's how you crush people. But people won't lean into it a lot of times because it's so hard. It's easy to talk about, very hard to execute.
Right.
Hey guys, if you like this clip, go ahead and comment down below and let us know what you liked about it. All right. Share this with a friend. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And also, we are on Reddit and Discord. All that's down below. All our sponsors and everyone that supports us down below there too. So you can get whatever you like from us. All right. Peace.